What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Shopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. You become a prize whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Last week was a really good week. It just pretty flatline, and then we kind of caught acceleration towards the end. Had some really weird runouts in the late night slates at different times, whether it was a Luka Doncic injury, whether or not it was just waiting on one rebound from Pascal Siakam. You just broke my heart. How dare you? We're not going back to the well on that one today, but we've got 8 games on this lovely Monday. I'm hoping to get it going. Went 3 for 4 in the premium Discord. You can sign up for that below. On Sunday, had a surprise NBA card. Normally, I take the weekends off, but hey, I've been feeling good, feeling great, feeling good. How are you? Well, that's Outcast, but that's a different conversation for a different day. I want you guys signing up in the Discord so you guys can join me, see my premium card every single day. I'm going to have additions, I'm going to have subtractions, things that I'm going to be playing around here. But if it's your first time tuning into Leans, Likes, and Locks, here's how we do things. Leans, those are things that I haven't bet yet. I might be betting based on other news. I want more information. A like is something that I'm usually half a unit to a unit, a standard play, something that just looks good. You can add it to your card immediately. And then a lock, those are my favorite ones. I've already bet those. If you see a lock in the video description box below, you'll see them in this lovely corner over here. That is my favorite play that exists on that card. I'll usually only have 1, maybe 2 of those. I've got 2 today, so looking forward to that. But wanted to give you guys the heads up that that's how we operate, and a nice refresher if you guys are the lovely people who tune in every single week. Can't tell you how much I appreciate all of the support here over the last month or so. Alrighty, y'all. I said it, 8 games. We got a lovely Monday ahead of us. I'm going to stop saying lovely right now. Let's get to the picks. We kick off this... No, we're not going to say it. Little Monday with Magic Sixers in Philly, where I'm pretty sure the city is still on fire. Can somebody explain that to me, please? Now, I'm a Vikings fan, so admittedly, I have zero idea what a celebration of a Super Bowl appearance would feel like. I'm dead inside, but I'm pretty sure my initial reaction wouldn't be to go to downtown Minneapolis, flip cars, burn down buildings, climb street poles, tear them down, not tear them down and fall down because they got them greased up. What are we doing here, people? Wild stupidity. Philadelphia's stupid. Go Chiefs. But pretty wild scenario here, as the only player on the injury report from either team just happens to be the most important player playing in the game. Joel Embiid, questionable. Pretty huge bummer, as you won't have any Sixers props available until that news drops, which can be a long time with Glenn Rivers. That should take forever. For what it's worth, he did play 38 minutes on Saturday and put up 47 real points on Nikola Jokic. Whew, not too shabby. Bodes well for him playing really well if he does go in this one. Plus, the line is at 10.5 points, which indicates to me a strong belief from the books that he does play. Just a massive singular piece of news, though. And against this Magic team, we've been snagging the points with right and left of late. It's kind of a bummer. Whatever, we'll revisit this one once that Embiid news comes across, once it gets confirmed, but pretty easy to lean the Magic getting double digits here without other news. If Embiid sits, this is an awfully nice ticket to have, and if he plays, it projects out as perfectly efficient at this number, so just don't think about it. Play it if you want to. I'm not going to be adding it to the card here, but plus 10.5, more than likely where I would end up. But don't bet it, okay? Good talk. Lakers and Nets in Brooklyn is up next. And after a fantastic performance on Saturday in a loss to Boston, LeBron James sits 117 points away from passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, that number will stay at 117 points on Monday, as LeBron James will be resting in this one along with Anthony Davis. They played OT in Boston on Saturday, got screwed out of that game on Boston on Saturday. Oh, glad I didn't bet on that. Yeah, that would have been upsetting. That's enough to make this spot a complete punt if you're the Lakers. Lakers are 9-point dogs as a result, even with no Kevin Durant for Brooklyn, doubtful TJ Warren, and a questionable Ben Simmons. There's a lot of production waiting in the wings on both sides of the floor, and surely Russell Westbrook props will be inflated to the moon, to account for the absence of Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Can't wait to see how insane those things look. They're going to be wild. I'll be shorting them because I do not think, no matter what, the Lakers just do not want to start Russell Westbrook at any point in time. Puts a cap on the minutes. Can't wait to see what those numbers are. But a play I think I'll still be interested in no matter what comes across on the prop line. The under on 231. I know the Lakers are third in pace this season, but who is seriously going to be shooting the ball for them? Dennis Schroeder, Patrick Beverley. God forbid, I said Russell Westbrook. Going to be tough go for them if the Nets play soft 3-point D, allow them to shoot from the outside. Not going to be pretty. Actually, this is sort of fun. Do you know who leads the Lakers in 3-point percentage? Thomas Bryant. Thomas freaking Bryant at 44%, the starting center in the spot, who shot just 45 total threes on the season. In fact, Max Christie, he's shooting over 40%. Nobody else is. They're shooting an abysmal 33.6% from deep on the season, 26th in the NBA. And with the Nets at 20th in pace this season, I project this game around a 226 total at the moment, which is not 231. Check out that math. That makes this a borderline lock on the under. The only reason I will not be locking it here, I have Ben Simmons projected in, who bolsters this Nets defense, isn't too much of an offensive threat, is a 0% offensive threat. He can create for other people. That's about it. I think he plays. Want confirmation on his status before I would ramp up any exposure to this game, but otherwise, happy to have a small play and just live with the result of it if it evens out to react to that news. We'll find out, but the under of 231, something that I do like right now. Kings Timberwolves at the Target Center for a second straight matchup is next, and they played each other on Saturday where Minnesota eked out a 117-110 win. No injury news whatsoever on the Kings side. The typical Rudy Gobert and Taurean Prince questionable tags on the Minnesota side. And we are past the halfway point of the NBA season, and the Sacramento Kings, yes, the Sacramento Kings are first in adjusted offensive rating. First, not second, not third, not 12th. First. Wild. They do not care about defense. They do not care about defense, but they're just saying, hey, we don't care about defense and we'll dominate one side of the floor, leading to a 27-21 record. And they'd be currently the third seed in the West. What a time to be alive. As for the Wolves, they're holding down the fort at 27-25. They'll get Karl Anthony Towns back one of these days, and they won't have to rely on such incredible performances by players who weren't scheduled to have to make incredible performances this season. For example, I don't know, Kyle Anderson, last Friday's lock. Let's go. That went well. Woo. Why am I raising the roof? Am I a 60-year-old mom in, suburb of Minneapolis? No, I'm not. So I'm going to stop that. I love you though, Mom. And our cash cow in the other side of this one, Domantas Sabonis, he might have to face off with Rudy Gobert. So I'll be waiting on that news before pulling the trigger on anything there, as Rudy, I've made fun of him many times here, but he can still create major problems in the interior for centers that primarily play on the block. So lots to sort through in this one, but I guarantee something will come to fruition from a prop perspective. For the time being, though, I am leaning the over of 236. Not sure I'll need it on this 8-gamer, as there are plenty of other spots I do prefer, but if Gobert ends up sitting, what a nice number this would be. But I do not think Gobert sits. So there you go, over of 236, one of these. Is it weird that I'm awkwardly excited for this one? We've got the Warriors heading into Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. The Warriors are completely healthy. Pretty cool stuff. The Thunder will be without Lou Dort. And again, it is so wild to see the improvement of this Thunder team and the books valuing to such a strong degree 3.5-point dogs to the defending champs at home without a meaningful starter. In the words of Cat Stevens, I should be able to say my own bits, but I apparently can't. I just ruined it. I was going to say, oh, baby, it's a wild world. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But I ruined it. And now my dryer's going off. But I'm quite sure that nobody expected the Thunder to be a game away from 500 at the end of January. But that's the reality of the situation. They are 11th in overall adjusted net rating. They are tested, facing the toughest adjusted strength schedule so far this year, according to dunksandthrees.com. And if you have SGA on your team, all things are possible through him who strengthens you, even beating a full strength Warriors squad. But friends, this is a jam spot. I say, this is a jam spot. It's a jam spot, and I'll say it again. I think it's a jam spot. I do not want to get in the habit of taking large stands on spreads against the books without major injury news pending. I just don't. And yet here I am doing exactly that, backing the Warriors with no major injury news pending. Golden State is 25-24. They need to start putting their foot on the gas pedal now. They survived without Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins for quite some time this season. But I am quite sure that these two teams, if they played 1 month from now, be it in Oklahoma City or in Golden State or on Mars, There is a 0% chance you would find this game with a 3-point spread. 0. Absolutely none. I am sure of that. That's because I expect Golden State to go on a tear sooner rather than later. And you can either let the books adjust to that then, or you can beat them to the base rates I have for Golden State now, based on the last year and a half of a sample size we have from them being one of the best, if not the best team in the NBA. I repeat, defending champs. So I love the story. I love the analytics that prove that this OKC team is going to be for real. They have 48,942 NBA first-round picks coming down the pipeline. Good for them. Good on you, Sam Presti. You done good, Mr. GM. But this is the Warriors. This is the NBA defending champs, and I have this as a 6.5-point spread. It opened at 3. I get it. The Warriors, they're 6-18 on the road. The road be damned. They are a completely different team now that they're healthy. Golden State Warriors, -3. -3, my lock of the day. Well, it's the second best lock because this is a better lock technically. You bet $5, you win $200. That is a massive return on your money. That is a massive return on your investment. In fact, that is 20x. That is plus 2,000 going your direction when you put $5 on DraftKings on any bet that I just talked about. If you put $5 on any bet, you're going to get $200 in bonus bets. And there's that Super Bowl thing coming up. You might want to have a wager or two on that. We have NBA all week long. I'll have this program. We've got Eitan's parlay videos. We've got Greg Ehrenberg's best bets. We've got Ben Roz's best bets. We have the premium Discord. We have so many places we can help you put that $200 to work. But you gotta earn it yourself. Bet $5, win $200 in bonus bets. Sign up in the video description box below. This is for 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, I'm done with the thumbs up crap. Let's get back to the picks. Just kidding. I'm still doing it. To San Antonio we go. We go for the Wizards Spurs. Can't imagine a game I'd want at 10 less in the history of humanity than this iteration of Wizards Spurs. Do I even have to talk about this? Alicia, do I have to talk about this? I don't want to talk about this. Do I have to talk about this? I'm not going to talk about this. Okay, fine, I'll talk about it. No. Washington, they're finally healthy. San Antonio, no injury news pending. Devin Vassal's still out. This game sucks. Everybody's healthy. That means the models can be efficient. Look at this. My model compared to the lines as they opened up. I have this around a 5-point spread, 4.9 to be exact. It's opened at 5 and 5.5 everywhere. That's called efficient. I've got this for a 232 total. When do you look at that? 233. Don't get in the habit of betting things that are a 1-point difference in terms of spread. Do that when it's a rebound. Do that when it's a block. Do not do it when it's 1 point in the total. I'm done talking about this game. I swear to God. Just, if you bet this, I have no words for you. I just don't. I gave you a phone number you can call earlier. Washington money line. Lean. Do not bet it. Let's find some stuff I actually like. Just a teeny tiny piece of injury news just stuck right in the middle, so when the kids eat it, they say, oh, this is candy. I'm having fun. Right. Pistons facing the Mavs in Dallas, and Luka Doncic questionable yet again. My cycloptic colleague over here says pure pain the other night when he turned his ankle. Now here's the thing, that sucked. Yeah, it was bad. We all didn't like it. But that's unfortunately part of betting. Very bad, very complicated injury situations. Nobody likes my Dr. Evil. It's fine. I will not be limiting Luka Doncic in a drastic way. By the way, if you understood what I said, congratulations. But I was just talking about how Luka Doncic, questionable. I think he plays, but I'm not positive. Kind of matters. Kind of matters. They don't have Christian Wood. That's a solid fact. Spencer Dinwiddie's going completely berserk. Absent Luka Doncic here the last couple games. Hasn't resulted in wins other than that Suns one. But here we are. I'd like to give you a Pistons play. I've given you 400,000 Pistons plays this entire season. But with everybody healthy now, they just got Isaiah Stewart back. And now Alec Burks randomly inserted into the starting lineup the last couple games. I don't know what to think about this because we haven't seen these kind of starting lineups at all. Stewart's been coming off the bench. Alec Burks starting. Killian Hayes coming off the bench. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills, but you already knew that. I was just doing Dr. Evil for the first minute of this segment. What I'm getting at is I'm leaning Detroit plus 8.5. And then we have to wait on the props because there are none listed here at the moment. Bojan, I don't know. We might Bojan with it. He is the Lord, our Savior, as we all know him. Lord Bojan himself. But Jaden Ivey, points plus rebounds plus assists, those have been good of late as well. But with everybody back in there, I bet books end up being pretty efficient here. We wait and see, but I will lean Detroit just simply because Luka waiting. If he sits, I would be happy to have this ticket. Toronto and Phoenix is up next here, and we've started to see some healthier pieces here from the Phoenix side. Awfully nice to see Chris Paul back in the fray, even though I still don't think he's all that good at this point. We'll see. He's starting to get up there in age. I mean, him and LeBron James, they just don't make them like they used to, man. When you were 38 once upon a time, you retired. You got on your yacht. You started playing golf every afternoon. What are we doing? We're going vegan and we're just going to play till we're 45? Okay, Chris Paul. Good on you, sir. Well done. I'm going to go have a beer after this. But either way, Precious Chua, hello. On the other side of this one for Toronto, you have no OG Anunoby, and that's resulted in Precious Achua 2 games ago against Golden State, playing a lot of minutes out of the middle of nowhere, 17 and 11. And then against Portland there, a pretty nice beatdown from them. Only had to play 33 minutes. They blew them out of the water. Didn't have to close the game entirely there. And if we're looking at 36 minutes here of Precious Achua going forward, this is going to be a double-double machine. Now, a lot of you are going to look at the box score and you're going to be like, well, duh, Eric, he's had 4 double-doubles in his last 5. Well, right now, you're getting plus money on this. Right now, you're getting a guy who's going to play 36 minutes playing out there alongside all of the starters here for Toronto. Absent OG Anunoby, the minutes are secure. Nick Nurse runs his players into the absolute ground. This is a lock. This is just a stone cold flat out lock. I have Precious Achua projected for north of 14 points and north of 11 rebounds. He only averages 10 and 6 on the season, but again, the minutes upside cannot possibly be understated in this one. He is going to outperform all of the other starters on the floor in terms of rebounding rate, and that alone is interesting to me. I looked at his rebounds, but I wanted to give you a lock that was a little bit more interesting. There it is. Achua, double-double. Lock it up. And our last game of the night, we have the Hawks facing Portland out west. Pretty wild to see Atlanta whenever they go out west here. 236 total, pretty darn hefty, but 2 massive pieces of news. Trae Young questionable and Jusuf Nurkic questionable. Obviously, Trae Young on the Atlanta side, pretty big piece of news. It's kind of waiting in the wings there, but Portland without Jusuf Nurkic, you just saw them get ran out of the gym by Toronto. Nurkic, even though they have found ways to limit his minutes of late, playing like 27, 28 minutes a night, even if that in recent stints, I just find him to be a very meaningful part of this rotation, especially when you have to start other fools in his stead. Like, I don't know, Drew Eubanks. He can be serviceable, but he's just not all that good, just throwing it out there. But Trae Young, I've talked about a lot of his defensive inefficiencies, and DeJounte Murray surely will get a bump. I'm sure all the props will be adjusted already by the time you get to that number. But I just want to highlight how good Portland can be here when Damian Lillard is starting to do Damian Lillard things. Been pretty exciting to see of late. Now, he had his first really bad 3-point shooting performance, 2 for 9 last time out, but previous to that, 9 for 15, 7 for 11. We're starting to see him get down with his bad self. He is so good at basketball. And I think one of the more underrated basketball players in the association here at the moment, playing alongside Anthony Simons, who already got paid the bag by Portland. They didn't want him to go play anywhere else, even if that usage is going to be lower there. But I want to see Nurkic in before I pull the trigger on this, but I'm going to still call it a like because this would be bordering on lock territory. We're laying only minus 142. I'm happy to lay the 2 points as well, depending on what you're planning to do. But I know all you parlay people, you wanted something, you needed something that you felt nice in this little evening window of games. And I gave you Precious. Now I'm giving you Portland. And I'm all about alliteration. So Precious and Portland, we bring it home. That is your last play of the night. Like button. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. You know what to do. Head to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays that exist on Monday's slate. We've got 8 games. We've got some news. We've got some massive news. Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid. Things are going to change. But the number one place you can sign up right now and know exactly what my thoughts are about both of those situations is in the premium Discord. You simply click on that link. The first week's free when you use promo code ELInsider. So check it out. I've got some happy customers in there. They'll let you know in the comment section below. I'm sure a lot of the people watching the video, but we've had a really, really good run here the last couple weeks. I would love for you guys to come join the movement. And then Bet $5, win $200. I almost did that backwards. Bet 5, win $200 in bonus bets over at DraftKings. You can sign up for that below. We have BetMGM. You can sign up for that below. And NBA Bet Pro, the #1 tool for props I have ever seen in my life. This thing is just churning out ROI. If you guys are very interested in some more methodical sports betting there, I think it's just under $100 or something a month. That'd basically be $25 a week to check out that product. But a lot of ways that you can check that out in addition to all the other great tools we have going here at Stokastic and OddsShopper. Alrighty, y'all. I'll be back on Tuesday per usual. Let's have a great week. Until tomorrow, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Monday.